Y'all, I want to talk to you a bit right now, and I need to do more videos on this because it's very important. The spirit of erasure, Erasure, and I know I need to start doing a study on this, and I need to start getting research on this, and I think I'm gonna make a book on it because white people do this. Like they love to erase you. Like, not all white people, but majority of them do. That's how they operate. So recently I just did a discussion, and I know this is I have so many I have proof that when white people feel disrespected by you, or when they feel like you attain something that they don't have, or they they feel that you are on a level that they should be on, or if they feel slighted by you in some way, they will disrespect you. Like, they will, like, in this case, he spelled my name wrong, but it was the obvious thing to spell it right, okay? And so this is the thing. I have to talk about this because it's so important. It's on my spirit. I have to, because I noticed that white people do this, and it has to do with racism. I think I'm going to change my major to really studying the objective of racism and what it really is and it entails, because I just did a video yesterday, and I need to go back and do the video again. I talked about King Leopold and this girl that came on my profile, and she started leaving comments about how me speaking about what white people did to black people, or how white people operate and how they treat black people. Not all white people, okay, but and how God broke it down for me, how it actually looked. And she tried to tell me that I had some type of hatred towards the white people, and she apologized for all white people on my behalf. She didn't even have to do that. I was just letting it be known that Abba is letting me know the deep roots of racism, and what the enemy is, how the enemy is working through it, and how the spirit of erasure, it comes from a deep place of insecurity. And because white people's God is this world. They live and they do everything of this world, right? Not all of them, but majority of them run on self-sufficiency, self-advocacy, and also they rely on the strength of themselves, right? Because they see it as, if I do this, and this, then I get all the money, I get all the status and whatever. But when they see a black person, when they see you, and you don't have what they have, and you don't, and it's not even just them, it could be anybody, but I'm just saying in those categories, because the system is built on white supremacy. That's why I'm speaking in this way. So you have to have actual ears to hear what I'm saying. When the system is built for them to win and to outperform, so they can stay at their status quo, and it doesn't invite other people in the circle. This is real. I'm not making this up. Then when they see a person like you who don't have as much as you do, but you have a sense of self that is far beyond them, they can't comprehend. So this man, what he tried to do today, he tried to basically erase me by spelling my name wrong. And I know it's that deep. People like to say, "Oh, it's not that deep." It is that deep, because I noticed the pattern. That's what the enemy does when he wants to piss me off. Basically, it's the enemy working through him, but it's his insecurity. And he basically wrote back in my post, because my post was astounding. I could share it if you want, but it was about basically how we manage stress and all that stuff. And we went off this scale for psychology, and like, you could just tell, like, he didn't even want to address me properly. That's how insecure he was. Like, and he said, "Oh, I like marriage. Everybody has to, like, manage their marriage." And like, you could just tell he was a hater. Like, you could just tell, like, and he don't even know that the marriage that I was speaking to was to the father. He don't even know. I don't, like, it was like, my Abba is my first husband. Like, these people, like, they don't know that they give themselves away. But let me just speak, like, white people, they have a true, most majority of white people, not all of them, they have a problem with black identity, because it does something to them that makes them feel less than. Like, it really do. Like, because of resilience. There's methods and ways. It's resilience. and they don't have that. Like, not all of them, not all of them, but majority of them, especially when the system is geared in their favor. The system is not geared in your favor. The system is, but God is in our favor. Just like King Leopold. King Leopold, he came in as an humanitarian. These people will actually befriend you. Not all white people, but majority of them will befriend you when they see that you are somebody that they want to get next to, just to dehumanize you. That's what it is. And not just them. A lot of people do this. Insecure people do it, but we see it in the system that is built on white supremacy and white rhetoric and white autonomy. It's the truth. And so when I come up here and say, "Oh well, I noticed this behavior. I noticed this." Oh, you can't say that. You're supposed to be of God. You're supposed to and the devil is using racism to separate us. Like, girl, please. Like, when I really see the truth. The truth is, majority of white people are racist, and they can't help themselves because you know why? Because they don't have a strong sense of self. They don't, and not all of them. Not all of them. I'll say it again because people like to contort me and try to say, "Oh, you're racist, and you're prejudiced, and you're stereotypical." No, majority of them do not see us as human beings because they don't see themselves as human beings. They see themselves as machines. See, I've been trying to say the right thing, but then if I say the truth, then I'm gonna be a bad person. I'm just saying on the wide spectrum, not at everybody. There's a few case and rare occurrences, right? But if the white person has a Holy Spirit or the person has the Holy Spirit, is different. That's the only thing. The only time it's different if they have the Holy Spirit. But when they don't have the Holy Spirit, they are liable to might be microaggressive towards you. Like this man in my discussion post spelled my name wrong. That's the first thing you do when you address a student. You spell their name. You say their name right. Everybody know that. I do it. Everybody does it. He's the only one. And just this day, on this day, I've never had a problem in this class, but today I did when we talked about this. And so, but like you could just tell he was talking to himself. Like, it was very narcissistic, and a lot of them are narcissistic, not all of them, but because they have a sense of self that is rooted in the world that doesn't care about them. And so when you build your rapport on money, cars, clothes, and status, and then when you bypass all the things that are used to internal and give you what you need, even when you try to have meditation or whatever, it's never going to work because it's not from the real source. The source is God. The source is life, right? And life abundantly. You don't have the source. It's the truth. It's always been about the source. That's why they hate us, because King Leopold knew that we had a God. He knew. And so the spirit of erasure, the spirit of erasure, Erasure, and I'm gonna study this because it's true. And when I have interactions with them, this is what they do. This girl just came on my profile and did the same thing. She just did the same thing. When you speak against the racism that you are endorsing accountability, and they don't want to hear that because to them they're not racist. They're just treating you as you should be treated.